For those of you that watch our show on a regular basis, you know that we do special editions. Well, this is a late edition of Litter Media Live, our daily show for October 25th, 2024. And the reason for that is because we've been busy this morning.
We were on assignment.
Yes, at the Maid Rally downtown, which we will check in with in just a matter of moments. If you don't know what the Maid Rally is about, it's the Drug-Free Clubs of America, and these are kids who have committed themselves to voluntary drug testing, the promise to stay off drugs all year long. They get rewards and things along the way. You were a Maid kid.
I was.
Right? And so now that's been how many years ago?
I graduated in 2019. I think the program started my sophomore year.
Okay.
So that was 2016.
Right. Yeah. Still drug-free?
Yes. I get drug tested here.
Good boy. Yes, we do. Which leads to a funny story that I can't tell on the air right now, just to a discussion we had last night about some things. No incriminating evidence on our part, just someone else that was in our vicinity. I can't go into it.
But you got me curious now. You're going to have to tell me during the break.
Yeah, you and I can talk during the commercials.
Okay.
In the meantime, let's take a look at what the forecast is for here today. As we jump towards the weekend, sunshine and 74 today. And we'll have temperatures in the mid-60s for the weekend. So if you're out and about doing things, it'll be nice and comfortable. But much like it was last night, started to get chilly, so having a sweater or a jacket nearby would be handy for you if you plan on going to the Halloween parade in downtown Chillicothe tomorrow evening. So keep that in mind as well. All right, coming up in a moment, we'll take a look at what's making news for us. You can follow along at littermedia.com. But first, let's tell you about Scioto Valley Dumpsters. 740-253-8389 is the number to call them. If you're in one of these surrounding territories that you see on the map there, for those of you that are watching our show today, you see that all the contiguous counties to Ross County are served by Scioto Valley Dumpsters. If you need a dumpster for your personal business or your actual business, 740-253-8389 for Scioto Valley Dumpsters.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today.
Drug tested all the time. And here we are, back again. LitterMedia.com is where you can go to learn more about the stories that we have and have been sharing throughout the week for you. If you want to find out beneficial news that you can use, we've got it for you right here. And if you want to follow along with our social media, up in the upper right-hand corner of our website, you'll see all of our social media links, including Spotify and Litter Media Radio. So today, the lead story is what happened downtown, the Maid Rally. My attitude determines everything. That was back in 2016, the founding name for this, but it's in association with the Drug-Free Clubs of America. I talked with one of the folks cooking hot dogs, 1,700 hot dogs for these kids that were getting ready.
That's a lot of hot dogs.
That is a lot of hot dogs for sure. But as you can see, pretty nice crowd downtown Chillicothe, and we have a comment from one particular official here locally as to how important this event is.
I think this really helps the community understand how our youth is trying to take back their own community and do good and positive things. They're setting the example that all adults should be following too.
That, of course, is Chief Myers, and Let's show you more about the rally as it goes on. These kids are just clamored all together right here, and they're talking about each school represents, they send representatives up, ambassadors, as it were, and they talk about the drug situations in their territory. Some of the kids actually tell their story that's been impacted, whether their parents or maybe their grandparents. Some were talking about grandparents having raised them for 15 years because of their parents' drug issues. And the kids rallied them out, and they've expanded over to, these are the kids from Western, down to Pike County. They had kids there from Jackson County. Pickaway County was represented as well. So this is an ever-expanding thing, as we talked about with Dave Huggins earlier in the week. It's a pretty cool event, and they march from Yaktangi Park at the pool.
Yes, they do.
All the way up to the courthouse.
And there's some really loud motorcycles that lead the way.
There are, yes, and they are part of this every year, and they are very much involved with this. But you see some of the kids from Huntington getting their selfies taken. This is pretty cool. This was in a moment where they asked those of you that have been impacted by the death of a parent to put your flashlight on your phone, and then the grandparents. And before you know it, this whole crowd had their smartphones up with their lights on. Absolutely incredible. And a group out of California is here filming and interviewing some of the kids too. And you were down in the park to see some of the fun the kids were having before and after.
They were playing cornhole in the pool. They were playing spike ball. There was tables set up with Jenga that a lot of the kids were playing at. And it looked like a good time.
See, you can have fun and not be on drugs. And all these kids are great representatives, and our hats off to them as they continue to be committed to their efforts. Now, tomorrow is the National Drug Take-Back Day around the nation, 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. The Ross County Sheriff's Office will receive drop-offs from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Ross County Chillicothe Law Enforcement Complex.
The purpose of it is
several in Pickaway County we'll take a look at too. But here's Captain Mike Preston to tell us more.
Is to give the citizens a safe way to dispose of all their prescription or their non-prescription drugs. And we will also have some literature there and be able to educate the public on the importance of disposing of them properly and the dangers of leaving some of the prescription drugs laying around.
Mike was the one that was cooking hot dogs this morning. Started at 7:30 to 11:30.
Oh, wow.
1,700 hot dogs. But tomorrow, they're taking the drugs back. So if you've got prescription drugs you want to turn back in, you can do so. You'll see there in Ross County, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Law Complex. But several places in Pickaway County will be participating. I believe we shared that on our Facebook news feed as well. So
You want me to read some of them off?
Sure, if you want.
Walmart, Circleville Fire Department, Harrison Township Fire Department, and the Commercial Point Police Department are some of the places that are participating in this drug take back.
Those younger eyes able to read that off of the screen over there.
Well, it's just that the camera isn't blocking me.
And it is blocking me as well. Yes, but it's also in fine print that I can't read from here. so thank you. Also in the news today.
Well, you want to talk about the vape disposal things that are...
Oh, yes. That also is taking place, too. So if you have e-cigarettes or vapes, devices you want to get rid of, that's also part of this National Drug Take-Back Day.
Yes. The 5th annual downtown Circleville Kidspalooza car and bike show is tomorrow from noon to 3 p.m. Bring unopened toys to give to needy kids this Christmas. There will be food trucks, bounce houses, face painting, and a touch of truck event, too.
Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of these... trunk or treat things are going on now, which are, most of them are generally safe, but soon kids are going to be going door to door for all of the Halloween events. And the Ohio Department of Commerce is providing guidance to ensure Ohioans are able to celebrate a fun and safe holiday and also do so legally. Commerce has created a Halloween safety guide that features important information and legal reminders from its divisions of cannabis control, liquor control, and the state fire marshal to help keep the holiday both spooky and enjoyable for ghosts and goblins of all ages. The guide is available on our website in this story, but you can go to it also at com.ohio.gov/Halloween safety. Don't forget the downtown Chillicothe tomorrow. I believe it's from 2 until 4 p.m. is the downtown Chillicothe trick or treat event where the kids can go to the businesses and get candy. And then the Halloween parade starts at 7 o'clock in the evening. And I'll be on hand for the MC of that in front of the courthouse if you want to hear about all the trucks going by and the kids and the Mojo folks. So I think there's probably 45 Jeeps that'll be going through again. Yeah. Always a lot of fun. But if you want to participate in that, all that is taking place tomorrow. They've already got signs telling you that you can't park in certain areas in downtown Chillicothe to make room for the parade making its way through. Trick or treat in Chillicothe, and I believe all of Ross County is on Halloween this year.
I think Frankfort is different.
Yeah, it always seems like Frankfort's there. What is it with you guys in Frankfort?
I don't know. Well, I don't live there anymore. I think Frankfort's is on Sunday night.
Sunday night? Okay.
Don't quote me on that, but that's what I believe.
Gotcha. If you have questions about it, you can contact the Sheriff's Department. They can tell you more.
Or Mike Smith.
Or Mike Smith, yes.
He'll know. A special commemoration of the 250th anniversary of Chief Logan's famous lament under the elm tree is next Wednesday, October 30th from 5:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. at Logan Elm State Memorial Park. For those planning to attend, email mellis@pickawaycountyohio.gov to register. The program will be canceled in case of inclement weather. Dress warmly and be prepared to enjoy the outdoors. Bring your own chair, and remember, an adult must accompany all children under the age of 12. And
it seems like something we ought to try and get to, because that's pretty cool.
I don't know what this is about. I've never heard of this before.
Are you serious?
I don't think I have.
Where was Ohio history in your elementary bringing up?
That was in 4th grade, and I don't remember a lot of it.
Well, when I was a kid, we had it in 4th grade and 7th grade. And, of course, being from Pickaway County, you learned about it, Logan's Elm.
Right.
And so this is where Chief Logan and the military here had this peace treaty, and they did this under this elm tree. And so the elm tree is still there, from what I understand. There's a small park. I think it's State Route 361 when you get up into Pickaway County, just off Route 23. You drive back. It's not too far from 23, and there's a Pickaway County park there, and they manage that for the state of Ohio. So maybe we should assign you to this next Wednesday.
Maybe I can
you
learn
more
more
about the history around you. Very cool. So again, that is next Wednesday, 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Just dress warmly, warmer than you did for the football game last night.
I was freezing. I should have worn a hoodie.
While you're in Pickaway County, join Box 65 for a spaghetti dinner fundraiser to raise funds for the support of local first responders on November 3rd at noon until 2. So you don't want to, I guess you'd be up there for like 4 days if you went up and stayed from Wednesday to November 3rd.
Yeah, I'd have to be there on my birthday.
True. Noon to 2 p.m. on November 3rd. Tickets will be $12 for adults, $7 for kids under age 12. And the dinner will be at 436 East Ohio Street in Circleville.
And for our road report today, work for an intersection improvement project at State Route 32 and State Route 139 intersection. The project will install a restricted crossing U-turn on State Route 32 for traffic on State Route 139. Work will occur daily for this construction, and estimated completion is winter of 2024.
And today, on the way into school this morning, they were finally chewing up the rest of 772 down to the Pike County line.
There you go.
So they started working on that earlier today, and Amelia was pretty excited because she wasn't sure what was going on at first. They put all these road construction signs up early on, probably 6 weeks ago, and so she has learned how to read no edge line, the orange signs that are up to let you know that. And I had to explain, you see this white line down through here? She goes, yeah. And then they had some areas where they had repaired along the berm side where there was no edge line.
Right.
And I said, and then here there's no edge line. She goes, oh. So when she sees an orange sign, she says no edge line.
There you go.
She's in kindergarten, folks, so she's learning. But today she got to see the tractor that's got the brush on the front that gets rid of all the material that's kind of spread out there. She got to see the big machine that chews up all the pavement and then spits it into dump trucks. And we were meeting dump trucks on the way. And she loves the Kenworth truck parade. And we met 2 Kenworth dump trucks coming in. And she goes, ooh, Kenworth.
Who doesn't love the Kenworth truck?
Precisely. So we're trying to raise her right. Coming up, a look at sports. But first, we want to tell you about Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor. If you have problems with the heating in your home, the air conditioning in your home, or the plumbing in your home, contact these folks. Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Click on this ad anywhere you see it on our website, littermedia.com. It takes you to AccurateHVAC.com.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union.
As a basketball coach and a dad, I need to be able to keep up.
Mark came to the Adena Orthopedic and Spine Institute in severe arm pain from a degenerative disc.
I was so confident in Dr. Fleming, he explained everything.
Together, they decided on minimally invasive spinal surgery to relieve Mark's pain and get him back to what matters most. At Adena, we do what we love, so you can too.
Time for sports, and what a game we had for the Litter Media Game of the Week. It was exciting. See that guy with the football right there? That is Isaac Taylor. He turned out to be the hero of the night.
Yes.
And our McDonald's player of the game. I have to apologize because normally when we do the post-game interviews, we have a YouTube version of that because I told you, Aaron Glandon, that I had the GoPro in my coat pocket.
You did tell me that. Did you not have it?
I did not. That was my flashlight that I carry with me.
You fibbed to me.
So it was an honest mistake because we had difficulties with Mike's computer last night. So I had to run home to get my computer, come back, and guess where I found the GoPro?
In your computer bag?
No, it was sitting on the passenger seat of my car. So I thought I had it, but I did not. So my apologies for misleading you. But if you want to see what they had to say, you can't, but you can hear it. And you can go to the story that you have, the page right here, and that will take you right to interviews with Clay Beeler, with Isaac Taylor, and also Scott Hurt. And unfortunately, Mike's phone cut out at the end of Scott Hurt's interview. So Scott handed me the phone and he says, I don't know what happened. I think he got tired of me. I said, no.
Yeah.
And he explained that Mike's battery died on his phone. So at any rate, we want to set the scene for you. It was a 21-0 score, and that was Huntington was in favor. It looked like they were controlling this game. And then Adena came back, scored 13 unanswered points. But then with just under 6 minutes remaining, this happened. Here is a pass for a touchdown. That makes it now 21-19.
And what a catch.
It was quite the catch. Now, what happens next is, well, we got to go for 2 points here, right? So they go for 2 points to tie things up, do the Adena Warriors. And here is a waggle pass. You tried to defend it, but you couldn't get there in time, and now it is tied, 21-21. So we go now to the overtime. Adena, not much yardage on first, not much yardage on second, not much on third. This is fourth down, and Huntington steps up and stops the play. So now Huntington gets an opportunity to score from 20 yards out. So they're euphoric right now because all the fun is happening. They've done this bunch huddle and everything. They break out and then they get in position. And here comes Isaac Taylor on the first play by Huntington. And there is the touchdown.
And, I mean, that gap was just wide open for him to walk right through.
The place went wild.
It was electric.
I was talking with Coach Bill Davidson, who had called the play early on. And I said, so what was the name of the play? And if I remember correctly, he says, one right, one hog. And that means go behind the big guy.
Yeah.
And it opens up. The technical term is hawk left, flip wedge right. I got that from Coach Clay Beeler after the game last night. So if you'd like to learn more, you can watch and you can even hear what Mike and BJ said with calling this. We've got that YouTube video up right now on our YouTube channel, but you will also have a highlight package of the whole game.
Yes.
Sometime early next week?
Early next week. Very early.
So looking forward to that. But a big win for Huntington. They finished the season at 3-7. Adena, I believe, is also 3-7, if I'm not mistaken. It might be 4-6. But neither team have advanced to the playoffs. That will be the end of the season for both of them. But the high school playoffs will be determined this coming Sunday. We'll have pairings for you, all available at littermedia.com.
In other Thursday action in girls volleyball Division 7 district final, Chillicothe Christian, is that how you pronounce that?
Yes.
Chillicothe Christian sweeps Fisher Catholic in 3 sets.
Chillicothe is from the Chillicothe Glory of God.
Okay.
Yes.
I got you. Boys soccer Division 3 district semis at Logan High School. Marietta 4, Jackson 1. Chillicothe in a 6-2 win over Athens. In girls soccer, the Division 2 district final, Westerville Central 1, Taze Valley 0. So that's a close game.
That is a close game.
Division 4 district final, Wheelersburg shuts out Alexander 6-0. And then Division 5 district finals, Minford in a 6-0 win over Eastern Brown, and Lynchburg Clay 3-0 over Fairfield.
I've not looked at the brackets, but seeing Chillicothe and Marietta win, I think they are going to play for the district championship now. I'm not sure when that is. It might be Saturday, if I'm not mistaken.
Tomorrow?
That's usually how it is. So good luck to the Cavaliers.
Yes.
Taking on Marietta. Area high school football games for tonight. Did Mike provide a list of those for you?
He did not.
He did not. You'll be able to find all those on our website, littermedia.com. Just go to the score page. Mike will have it all there for you, which I don't have in front of me. So we've been at the maid rally. Didn't have time to catch up with everything.
We were busy.
But if you go to littermedia.com right now, you'll be able to see where all the plays will take place across the Scioto Valley this evening. I know there are some games on Saturday, but most of the games in our region are all tonight. I do know that Chillicothe is hosting Jackson this evening, and I can probably tell you the rest about the FAC. I know that Miami Trace plays Washington Courthouse, and Greenfield plays Hillsboro. I'm just not sure where those two games are taking place, but I know Chillicothe is hosting Jackson tonight if you want to see a game here in town. Unioto is home with Southeastern. They can win the SVC championship outright with a win tonight. Zane Trace is at Paint Valley this evening. And that's all I've committed to memory.
Gotcha.
Then it comes playoff time, and we'll have all those playoff pairings available for you. They become official, I believe, around 2 o'clock on Sunday from the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
But we'll have a good idea of what's going to happen tomorrow night.
Precisely, thanks to Mr. Joe Idle at joeidle.com.
Regional cross-country championships are tomorrow. We have dozens of area athletes running in that. Do you know any of them?
I know that Chillicothe has 2 individuals who are participating this weekend. Unioto's team, I believe Fairfield Union's team, I think Waverly's team are all participating. Now, those are on the boys' side.
Right.
The girls' side, I can't tell you. Mike has that information in a story that is on our website from earlier in the week.
What we're learning here with you and I doing sports is that You can find a lot of more information on our website provided by Mike Smith.
Precise.
That we don't know.
That's why we say it's beneficial news you can use.
Yes.
Right?
Saturday is also district finals for volleyball with Southeastern and South Webster at 11 a.m. Saturday at Wellston, Wheelersburg, Fairland, Adena, New Lexington, and Huntington, St. Trace at Waverly High School at noon, 2:30, and 5 p.m. Circleville faces Warren in D3, and district soccer finals include Chillicothe, Marietta, and Union Gallia boys.
There you go. How about that? Coming off their second bye week of the season, the number 4 ranked Buckeyes return to Ohio Stadium to take on the Nebraska Cornhuskers. That'll be tomorrow at 12 noon. It's Ohio State's 112th homecoming weekend, and they'll also be recognizing the 2014 National Championship football team. Lucky for Urban Meyer that he's part of the big noon Saturday kickoff on Fox. He could go down there and be with his team. That will be taking place, and current and former student athletes that participated in the 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris. There was something like 38 athletes from Ohio that participated, and all of them went to Ohio State.
That's wild.
Yes. And the Ohio Bobcats will take on Buffalo at noon tomorrow. That'll be over at Peden Stadium in Athens.
The World Series opens tonight as the Yankees face the Dodgers in L.A. for Game 1, and Game 2 is tomorrow night.
Yes, and then they'll move everything on to New York after that. And the 1-0 Cleveland Cavaliers have the Pistons at home tonight. The 3-3 Blue Jackets are in Nashville tomorrow night. And on Sunday, the Browns face the Baltimore Ravens.
That's going to be a bloodbath.
I'm concerned about that game. I'm almost glad that it's not going to be televised on CBS.
Why isn't it?
Because the Bengals are taking on the Eagles, and I'm sure the Bengals will win out on that.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hate the Eagles.
We'll see how that goes. No, I mean win out on being on TV coverage.
Oh, well, I hope they beat the Eagles, too, because I hate the Eagles.
We hope that as well, yes. All right, that's it for a look at sports. Coming up, this date in history, we go back to 1854. I wonder what happened.
Mike Smith was born.
Well, he was almost there. The way it's described, it's as if he lived it himself.
Yes.
And he may have. Details coming up. But first,
Litter Quality Propane, 92 years of serving propane users in southern and central Ohio. Reliable supply, reliable service, reliable people.
As a professional race car driver, I live for speed, power, and performance, on and off the track. That's why I use the Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower. Race into your local dealership today and test drive a new Dixie Chopper.
for transportation options in Ross County, call Ross County Health District's Mobility Management Team, 740-779-9652.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch just to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing, download the Kingston National Bank Mobility app today.
Are you looking for a beer that satisfies your thirst and love of country? Armed Forces Brewing Company brews beer for patriots. Celebrate freedom with every sip. Armed Forces Brewing Company. Freedom never tasted so good.
Celebrating 50 years of serving the chiropractic needs, physical therapy needs, and nutritional needs of the area, Haynes Total Health Care Center. If you click on this ad anywhere you see it at littermedia.com, it takes you directly to their website where you can learn more about their doctors and the services they provide. That is HaynesHealth.com. The litter, you okay?
Yeah, I was yawning. I was hoping you would take a little bit longer to read that.
You caught yourself by clicking the button to. Glad we kept you up on that.
Yeah.
Time for this date in history. We go back to 1854. You love history. It's not boring.
No, I do like history.
Yes. You were just yawning. In an event alternately described as one of the most heroic or disastrous episodes in British military history, Lord James Cardigan leads a charge of the Light Brigade cavalry against well-defended Russian artillery during the Crimean War. The British were winning the Battle of Balaclava?
I would say Balaclava.
I've heard it said before, but I can't. Balaclava. That sounds right.
Yes.
When Cardigan received his order to attack the Russians, his cavalry gallantly charged down the valley and were decimated by the heavy Russian guns, suffering 40% casualties. It was later revealed that the order was the result of confusion and was not given intentionally. Lord Cardigan, who survived the battle, was hailed as a national hero in battle. Now, we've all heard of the cardigan sweater, right?
Yes.
I thought about this, and I thought, I better take a look. So Wikipedia tells us that the cardigan was named after, we called him Lord Cardigan a moment ago, James Rudnell, 7th Earl of Cardigan. It was modeled after the knitted wool waistcoat the British officers supposedly wore during the war.
Like the one he's wearing here, perhaps?
Must be. The legend of the event and the fame that Lord Cardigan achieved after the war led to the rise of the garment's popularity. Supposedly, Brudnell invented the cardigan after noticing the tails of his coat had accidentally been burnt off in a fireplace.
See, that part sounds like an urban legend, but
it's almost like, hey, would somebody put me out, please?
Yeah.
He started patting him down. And who knows what would have happened after that. It was the Brits. But now...
They put some beans on toast and then ate it.
Right. But they, I guess, at some point in time, they said, hey, this waistcoat thing's pretty cool. Let's put some sleeves on it.
Yeah.
And then you have the cardigan sweater.
Do you like cardigans?
You learn something every day. I don't know that I've ever had a cardigan sweater.
They're not my favorite thing to wear.
Yeah.
I prefer just wearing a sweater.
Gotcha. Traffic light sports is going nuts here today.
Yeah, yes. Traffic lights, what do you think about cardigans? Are you a cardigan guy?
Yes, the namesake of Logan Elm. He's referring back to something we talked about earlier today. And it was a close game. Went to the extra time. Yes, it was a close game. Taze Valley travels to Logan tonight. See, Traffic Light Sports covers all things Taze Valley.
Yes, he knows.
His father and I worked together at what was at that time Haps Exxon. His dad, or his grandfather, purchased it, and it became Meredith's Exxon. At one point in time, it was Ramey's Exxon, which was purchased by my half-uncle from my dad and mom when it was Ramey Sinclair. And now it's just a car lot there at the corner of 316 and 104.
Right.
When you drive up through Pickaway County. And yes, when you go by Ramey's RV Repair, that's the homestead of one Dan Ramey Sr. Me. And now you know the rest of the story. Enjoy your weekend. A lot of stuff going on. I don't know that we'll be able to stream the Halloween parade tomorrow night. I thought about doing that, and there's just a lot of stuff that
logistics
to take place. Yeah, and I'm going to be a one-man gang tomorrow night. So, are you going to the Halloween parade?
I don't think we've decided that yet. Do you want me to go?
That's up to you. It's totally voluntary if you want to.
Okay. Well, I'll think about it and let you know.
You and the wife-to-be, see if you can go grab some candy.
I do like candy.
You do like candy. It should be a lot of fun. Miss Amelia is going to be in the parade tomorrow night.
Yes.
So looking forward to that. She'll be on the Huntington float that is, I believe, being pulled by a fire engine from Huntington Township.
Cool. If you can get me on a float, then I'll come.
Is that right?
Yes.
You think I got that kind of pull?
I reckon you do. You're the MC.
I was Grand Marshal in 2017, and that's about it. You know, that's as far as I can go for you, man. I'm sorry.
All right. Well,
I know people organizing the parade. I don't know a lot of people who are in the parade to be able to put you on a float. Those are probably already decided.
All right. I might just sneak on board one.
Because if you want to be on a float, this is the cool float. And I don't know if it'll be in this week's parade. I haven't looked to see. But the Deer Creek Dam Days float is a boat.
Yeah.
It's an actual boat, and the girls sit in that, the queen in her court, and they ride through the parade in fashion.
That's pretty cool.
On a small yacht. So, should be a lot of fun. All right, that's it for the show today. Thank you for watching, and we'll have more on the Maid Rally. We'll put a little something together to have up on our YouTube channel a little bit later on today. Thank you, kids, all those kids downtown. The businesses, thank you also for being kind individuals that you are, and they promote the fact that they want you to stay drug-free. So thank you again for watching. For Mike Smith, who we allowed to take today off?
On assignment.
Well,
yes.
Because he's been on assignment all week long.
Right.
So at any rate, he didn't have to come to the studio today, but we did because you folks matter. Thanks for watching. For Aaron Glandon, I'm Dan Ramey. We'll see you soon with Litter Media.